We are back with another video on our rebrand channel, Tea on the Streets, and we definitely got a lot to discuss. A lot has been going on. Now, the first thing on the docket, now Cardi B liked a tweet suggesting that she should hop on the Little Baby's Mrs. Trendsetter remix that has been going slightly viral on social media after the whole Jada, Ari, and Little Baby fiasco. And I believe Trendsetter is about Jada Wada, his baby mama, who he's been cheating on for years. And with that being said, she is teasing that she will hop on the remix, okay? Let me know how y'all feel about it. I don't really listen to Little Baby. So this is not really my cup of tea, only because I don't listen to Little Baby like that. I listen to Gunna. Okay, now if it was Gunna Wanna, then we have something to talk about. But I don't listen to Little Baby. I think he fell off low-key a little bit, in my opinion. But the real hot tea is that the next time Cardi B drop, she will be throwing shots. Well, Partisan Fontaine will. Y'all know how that go. Party, Cardi, whatever you want to call it. But shots will be thrown and aimed at Onika Tanya Mirage. So that is the hot tea. Okay, that the next time she hop on something, she will be aiming directly at Nicki Minaj because of what happened last year in October, obviously. And she still has animosity towards Nicki Minaj. So let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, Jimmy Kimmel decided to throw some shade at Nicki Minaj after she went to the Trump summit. This is what he had to say.
Recently emerged as one of the president's most unlikely fans.
There's a certain person that's here who's the greatest and most successful female rapper in history, Nicki Minaj. Come on. And,
There she is. She's right. You see her, the black woman, the only black woman in the whole room? That's her. I think Trump's looking for a Nicki Minaj à trois because she really seems to dig him. This is one of his strangest bedfellows yet. I mean, where is Cardi B with a fistful of shoes when you need her? Again, this is an event about savings accounts. Nicki Minaj just made a last-minute midnight payment to avoid losing her house. She's at a savings account event with Donald Trump. And then just to make it weirder, Nicki had a moment with the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, her fellow elf. They were embracing, and somebody got Mike's porno accountability partner on the phone, and it's going to be okay. I guess the good news is maybe Trump can get somebody other than Vanilla Ice to rap at the Mar-a-Lago New Year's party this year.
Now, that was just outright nasty. That was just outright nasty. And does Jimmy Kimmel know that Cardi B was the one that ended up with the knot on her head the end of the night after she threw that shoe that did not hit Nicki Minaj? Does he know that she is the one that got knotted up? I mean, if you're going to be a public, media personality, at least get the facts right. Because this is basic knowledge. You can just look it up, And I understand that he's against Trumpy because Trumpy tried to get his show off air. So I completely agree because I'm here for the free speech. But the point of the matter is, that night, Cardi B was the one with the L on her forehead for loser. Because she threw the shoe. It didn't hit Nicki Minaj. Raleigh popped her in the face. She had that big old knot in her head and she looked crusty. So I don't understand, she could throw 1,000 shoes. She gonna end up with 1,000 knots. I don't get it. It's not like, Nicki really gonna get touched. Cardi B don't really throw hands. She throw objects and then they end up missing, but she don't really throw hands. I've never seen Cardi B get into a fight. I've never seen that. All this tough guy stuff with Cardi B, we gotta stop that in 2026. That's all I gotta say. And then, unfortunately, Linda Perry of the Four Non-Blondes gets asked if she would ever work with Nicki Minaj after the viral Bees in a Trap mashup. And this is what she had to say.
I need to see that live in concert.
Yeah.
Have you performing and Nicki just comes out of nowhere.
That's not going to happen.
Yikes, that was nasty too. Goodness gracious. Well, am I shocked? Not really. Even the brand, Alaya, the designer for that brand was shading Nicki Minaj and liked a post that basically said that people should block Nicki Minaj. He liked that post. Okay, they even was saying like Tay didn't want to do her hair, and that's why her wig looked like that. People were dragging her wig, saying didn't look good. And Tay didn't want to do her hair. It's just a mess. It feels like a lot of people are dogpiling on Nicki Minaj. And honestly, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I said, if y'all remember, I said this was going to happen a few weeks ago. People are going to get more comfortable dragging Nicki Minaj. But please, hopefully they don't drag her at the Grammys like they did Champagne Thickums last year. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Lord Jesus. Now, moving on from that, Teyana Taylor said that Queen Bee has given her some advice about how to build her career. She said, Queen Bee told her not to take it personal. That is business. Beyonce also said that most of her money goes to all the people you have to pay to get your vision off the paper. Not every check is going to land straight in your pocket, and that only happens if you really believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is investing in yourself, and that's what she taught me. It made me understand that if Beyonce is like that, so centered and down to earth, that's how I need to be too. And her being so humble and so grounded, the way she definitely showed me everything I needed to know. Okay, so that's what Teyana told People magazine. And I can see Beyonce moving like that, like investing in herself. When I went to see Beyonce at Cowboy Carter, they had Ckred sponsoring the Stadium World Tour. Ckred is her business, so she definitely does that. And I think she's giving Teyana Taylor some very good sound advice. Is Piz Part 2 dropping soon? Megan Thee Stallion's makeup artist showed Megan Thee Stallion in Glam with the Piz hairstyle, which has a lot of fans speculating that Piz Part 2 will be dropping. Oh my goodness. We can't have Cardi be throwing shots and all these celebrities throwing shots on Nicki Minaj, okay? Like, we gotta bring it down a notch, okay? It's like the female rappers, they gonna target Nicki Minaj. Here comes the media targeting Nicki Minaj, which they've been doing for years, to be quite honest. But it's definitely gonna be a lot more in your face. Like, I think it was like subtle shade, like when BT said, Nicki Minaj was getting dragged by her lace front. It's gonna be 10 times worse now. They gonna be dragging her, okay? I'm like, goodness gracious. I just hope that it's not gonna be at the Grammys. We don't need Nicki Minaj getting dragged at the Grammys. They already dragged, Champagne Thickums last year and had Kendrick Lamar win 5 Grammys for a diss track. So we can't have that this year, please. I mean, we get it. She's on Trumpy's side, and a lot of people are pissed off about it because of what's going on in the world, and you really can't ignore it and say that everything is great. But I think people are going a little bit too hard, right? But I think people look at Nicki Minaj at a higher standard compared to like NBA Youngboy and, 50 Cent, who also endorsed Trump. They don't look at Nicki Minaj as the same level as those, rappers, okay? Because she's a global superstar and her voice matters to a lot of people compared to 50 and NBA Youngboy, clearly. So that's why I feel like a lot of people are pissed. Now, moving on from that, Rihanna's Fenty Beauty ranks at number 13 among the top beauty brands of 2025, plummeting from the number 1 position in 2024. It was also mentioned with Ariana Grande's Rem Beauty and Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty both securing spots in the top 5. Many are asking, is Rihanna's Fenty Beauty empire starting to fall off, and why? I think Fenty, even though I love Rihanna, and I think Fenty Beauty, a lot of her products are probably really, 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 really good. She has way more competition, okay? And she will continue to have more competition. It looks like, who's at number 1? Let me see. L'Oreal being at number 1 makes sense to me because I use some of the L'Oreal products. I don't know how Kylie Cosmetics is at number 2. Like, that's weird to me. But I do feel like the industry is going to start pushing other makeup brands, and it's not just going to be Fenty. Fenty had a good run, but it's definitely not going to compete with Rare and Rare Beauty as of right now, especially with the fact that Selena Gomez is more visible to a lot of her fans. She does things outside of makeup. Doesn't have more talent than Rihanna, though. But I think she definitely appeals to the younger generation when it comes to her visibility. Okay, because she do movies, you know, sometimes she sings, she do the red carpet. She's more out and about. And I think a lot of fans like that about, you know, celebrities. When you're too, you know, away from your fans, or if you only come out when you want them to buy Fenty toothpaste, you know, that's what happens. People withdraw support. I think only Beyonce can really get away with it, because Beyonce never really pop out unless she trying to make money. But Beyonce's been like that for 20 years. Rihanna just started being like that once she got older and once Fenty became her number one priority. But she's still a billionaire at the end of the day. So it's like, who really cares? Now, moving on from that, an anonymous Grammy voter speaks on why they voted for Kendrick Lamar for Album of the Year. The Grammy voter said for GNX, he is one of the most unique artists in music history. He didn't just release an album, he created a cultural document, and the production of the album is uncompromising, a masterclass. Okay? Let me know who you guys think is going to win Album of the Year. I feel like it's going to be between Kendrick and Bad Bunny. You know, I feel like it's going to go to either one of them. I listen to GNX more than I listen to Bad Bunny, even though he's performing at the Super Bowl. But Kendrick Lamar, GNX was fire to me. And I think right now, he is the current king of rap. Now, moving on to Purdue Chicken. Miley Cyrus got engaged to rocker Max Morando. Nobody cares about him. But allegedly, she can't keep her mind off former hubby, Liam Hemsworth. Okay, according to Radar Online. Now pals fear her well-intentioned desire to clear the air with her ex will bring a wrecking ball to her new engagement. Insiders said the last thing Hemsworth's fiancée model Gabrielle Brooks wants or needs is Cyrus sniffling around her man, and she let him know it, okay? So allegedly, Liam and Purdue Chicken decided to rekindle a friendship, not a relationship, but they're both engaged in new relationships. Is this appropriate? Let me know y'all thoughts. Here's my thing. I think Purdue Chicken probably wants Liam Hemsworth back, even though he probably did not treat her right. She probably want him back. I think that she probably will always love him because they were together when she was like 16. Like, you know, that might have been her first real relationship. I don't think she cares about Nick Jonas and Cody Simpson. I think her real first love was probably Liam. And that's probably what she's holding on to. Okay. But I definitely think that could sabotage her engagement. And as for Liam, you know, he's flopping. Like, nobody cares about what Liam got going on. Okay. Does he even still act? He's not in any big films that we know of. And I feel like he probably misses having Miley as PR. I don't think he ever loved her the way that he should have, but he was more in the media when he was with Miley. And he probably misses the money that he was making when he was with Purdue Chicken. You know, she's well connected. Dolly's her aunt. Billy Ray's her father. She got an uncle that used to work at Disney. She was well connected. And I know he has a brother that's really famous, but the Cyruses got a lot of pull. So in my opinion, I think he probably misses the connections that he got from being attached to Purdue Chicken. It would be interesting if they got back together, because I feel like if you were ever married to an ex, I don't know if you guys could be friends unless y'all had children. They don't have no children together. So there's really no reason for them to be in contact unless they want the old thing back. Okay, they're not fooling me. They want the old thing back, and that's that. But didn't you diss him on Weeds, or what was the song called? Weeds or Flowers or whatever it was called? You was dissing him, but now you want the old thing back, Purdue Chicken. Wow. Fake. Okay? I don't think you want no friendship. You want the old thing back, and you need to be honest. You need to break off that engagement, and y'all need to just get back together, okay? Don't lead the other people along. That's wrong. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. I hope you guys have a great day.